In the belly of the whale, the story of Prophet Yunus. The mission of Prophet Yunus is a timeless story that tells us there is a way out if only we have faith. Almighty Allah called Yunus to preach to the people of Nineveh. Nineveh was a great city, the capital of Syria, and it had become a very wicked place. Yunus went to the people there and told them to give up their bad ways and to turn instead to Allah. But they wouldn't listen to him, and so Yunus left them. This is the first very human touch in the story of Yunus. Even though he was a prophet, Yunus was still a man, and he stormed off out of the city when he didn't achieve what he had hoped. He even felt that he knew what these people deserved. Having left the city behind, Yunus boards a ship. He has had enough and he set sail far away from the scene of his failure. Once at sea, a storm grows up and the crew are terrified. These pagan sailors feel that the god of the sea must be displeased with them. So they draw lots to throw one man overboard to calm the storm. They draw the lot indicating that Yunus should be thrown overboard. This happens not once but 3 times, and the terrified crew throw him overboard, thinking that in doing so they will be protecting themselves and their ship. Once in the water, something extraordinary happened. Allah sent a great fish, some describe it as a whale, to swallow Yunus whole. Once in its belly, Yunus descends to the bottom of the sea, filled with total despair. He is engulfed by darkness, the darkness of the creature's stomach, the darkness of the deep, and worst of all, the darkness of despair. Even though he was a religious man called upon to be a prophet, he experiences doubt. And it is when he is in the depth of despair that things change for him. In the Noble Quran, we read that Yunus cried through the darkness. He realized that Almighty Allah, not he, was in control of things. He cried out, "There is no God but you," and ask for help. In asking for help, his prayer is heard. First, the whale begins to sing the praises of Allah, then all the little fish around it, then all the creature of the sea, each in its own way, until there is a great chorus of praise. The whale swam up to the surface and ejected Yunus onto the shore. Just as Allah had used it to save Yunus from the storm and from drowning in the sea, so he also uses it to bring Yunus safely to land again. And there is more. Yunus is feeling sick and sore as he lies on the sand in the scorching heat, still not knowing what will become of him. Allah takes even more care of him and causes a plant to grow up over him and to cover Yunus with its shade. Once he has recovered from his ordeal and his skin has stopped smarting from the acids in the creature's stomach, he decides to return to Nineveh. He's traveled over to see what has become of the city and its people. When he arrived there, to his great surprise, he sees that the city and its people have not been destroyed, but have all turned to Allah. His message had got through to them. Perhaps when they saw the terrible storm as it grew up in the distance, they saw in it an image of what would happen to them if they did not repent. Who knows why they turned back to Allah, but they did. Yunus then, after all his adventure, is finally content that his mission has been accomplished.